AITA for wanting an employee fired for his comments about my pregnancy and unborn kid.
Never made a Reddit account before. My husband, 32M, is helping me write this. I hope I explained this well because I feel bad for how I reacted. I, a 30F, am currently 8 months pregnant. I'm at the point now where I just want to push this kid out. I'm irritable, can't sleep, uncomfortable, and I hate that I need to pee every 30 minutes. Prior to my pregnancy, I loved coffee and caffeine. When I got pregnant, my doctor told me I should limit my coffee/caffeine tea consumption to about 1 8-ounces cup a day, with at most being 1 12-ounces cup a day. I've been having my 8-ounces cup of coffee about 3 to 4 days a week, and my baby is doing just fine. Smile. For those who don't know, excess caffeine can cause harm to fetuses. Today, I slept particularly bad, and I really wanted to treat myself with a coffee from Starbucks.
I don't usually go out to get food, so this is a true treat. The cashier looked quite young to me. He must have been in his late teens or early 20s. He took one look at me and told me I shouldn't be drinking coffee. I told him it was fine, and ordered a small flat white. The cashier then told me he wasn't going to serve me and that, again, I shouldn't be drinking coffee. I want to say usually, I understand most people like this come from a good place and wants what's best for my baby. But today, I just felt so bad. I got angry. I asked to see the manager and I told the manager the situation. I told him the cashier isn't my doctor, that he doesn't know what he is talking about, and I deserve service here. The manager asked me what I thought he should do, and I suggested firing the cashier. I cited that the cashier shouldn't judge or play doctor for the clients, and judging on the smug look on the employee, he may do this again on another woman. The manager placed my order in and told me the employee would receive a harsh punishment or termination. The manager said he needs to think about this more. I left the store with my coffee, but I feel bad about this. Am I an asshole?
First off, congrats and I wish you and your family the best. NTA, the cashier and manager suck. The manager should never ask a customer what they should do discipline-wise. Keep that shit in-house. NTA. Holy shit, the level of entitlement from that barista is incredible. Pregnant bodies are not public property. And, like, WTF? I've gone into a Starbucks and bought something for someone else. Even if the barista was a doctor, he isn't your doctor. If you demanded he be fired, you'd be the asshole. The manager asked what you thought was appropriate, and you answered, "You're good."
It's amazing how many people feel like they have a say when it comes to a pregnant woman's body and decisions, even if they don't know her and don't have an MD in the field. NTA. And I would write a review of the particular Starbucks online. The kid needs more than just a harsh talking to. That's unlikely to even happen. Emo. I told him the cashier isn't my doctor. That he doesn't know what he is talking about. And I deserve service here. You were 100% right. He isn't your doctor and shouldn't be giving medical advice from stuff, albeit somewhat true, that he heard on the internet or from someone else. You are so NTA in this situation and you have a right to be concerned about him giving advice to future people and potentially about other things. Not just about pregnancy and coffee. He had no right to refuse you service, and it could be grounds for discrimination under human rights, as it could be refusing you service due to a natural bodily function of your sex, gender IIRC. I'm not a lawyer so I could be wrong, but emo that fits under the definition of discrimination's emo. However, I would go to a new coffee place because his coworker may not take too kindly to you getting their coworker fired if they were friendly with him, and they may mess with your food, drink. Also, congrats on the pregnancy and I wish you a safe and well delivery. NTA. For all those people saying his comments come from a good place. No. It is not a good place to act like a young man knows more about pregnancy than an actual pregnant woman. And no, it is not a good place to act like he has the right to enforce his opinions on her. No, that is not a good place.
NTA. I'm guessing you're afraid of being seen as a Karen, but you're not. You were requesting a service and he was refusing to serve you. It's actually quite frightening, the encroachment of what people can say/do to women just because they're pregnant.
NTA for so many reasons. First, the cashier was way out of line to deny your service. Second, the manager was completely out of line for asking your opinion on the cashier's discipline. It's literally their job to determine an appropriate punishment, and not yours. All this did was make you feel guilty and give the chicken's HT manager someone else to blame if they do end up firing the employee. On another note, saw this on another post, another op, when questioned about their pregnancy, simply said, "I'm not pregnant," and immediately made the person feel super awkward and back way off. NTA. I personally think a firing would be over the top for a young coffee server in this instance. However, he was certainly out of line attempting to actually refuse you service for his personal opinion. However, in the end, the manager's recourse is not at all your decisions. You were merely an opinion that might help influence his decision, which will likely be based upon all other factors related to the employee. You wouldn't be the result of his firing. The employee and his manager are. NTA. You didn't come in and order a glass of wine. You wanted a small coffee. That's beyond reasonable. Either way, it is none of his damn business. That boy will never have to carry a child for 9 months. Also, considering he is a Starbucks barista, I would assume he lacks a medical degree. He can take his opinion and shove it. You are probably saving future customers from being harassed by getting him fired. Nope. NTA. The kid has no business trying to control customers' orders. NTA. Everybody thinks they're in fucking charge of pregnant women. And it's not like you ponied up to a bar and ordered a whiskey sour. He's not a doctor. He's just some asshole, and he deserves to learn a hard lesson about this. NTA. Even as a server, bartender, I was trained that if a visibly pregnant woman orders an alcoholic beverage, I have to serve her or could face heavy legal repercussions. I can't believe this came up over a small coffee. NTA. I would have been eshed, but what manager asks the customer what they should do about an employee? That manager should have just apologized on the employee's behalf and kept going with the order, instead of trying to get a reaction out of an upset pregnant lady. NTA. Because of the smug look on the employee's face. You're 100% right. He isn't your doctor. He isn't any doctor. And he's got no business telling you what you should and should not do based on assumptions he's made. It feels like this was just a power trip for him to deny you service. It's none of his business. But the manager also sucks for asking you what should be done. That's the manager's responsibility. Hence why they're the manager. I think this was 100% a fireable offense, though, and could be seen as denying service due to discrimination. NTA. People are skipping over the fact that the manager literally asked you what you wanted him to do. You gave an honest answer. The cashier absolutely had no right to discriminate against you or try to play doctor. Actually, as I'm thinking about it, the manager himself is also a real awe. The only reason to ask you what you think should happen is to try and emotionally manipulate you. It's not your choice what happens employment-wise. That's his damn job, so he said that to you to specifically make it seem like you were overreacting. Like, alright honey, if you feel that strongly about it, What exactly do you think I should do? Quote. He wanted you to back down so he wouldn't have to do anything at all. F both those guys. You should definitely leave a review. NTA and definitely report this to corporate. That manager isn't going to do anything at all. Esh. The cashier certainly deserves some discipline for doing that, but jumping straight to termination when you said they were young is a lot. When I was pregnant with second, I was at the school dropping off my son pre-COVID where you could walk your kid to the door. Well, anyway, I was standing there with my portable coffee cup waving bye to my son, when a mom comes up to me to tell me how bad caffeine is for my unborn baby. I look her straight in the eye and so, oh honey, I know this isn't coffee. She smiles and I go, it's vodka. Then I turn around and leave. PPL will always think they know better than others no matter what. I drank coffee throughout 3 of my pregnancies and I have 3 healthy kids. I didn't drink to excess, I just took full advantage of my 8 ounces a day. P.S. It wasn't vodka. The only awe here is the little misogynist working as a cashier. If he thinks he has the right to decide what a woman can and cannot do, he deserves to be fired.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.